Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. So it's an honor for me here as MMA Indonesia chairperson to welcome every one of you to this executive dialogue. So thank you for MMA Asia, Pak Rohit, and also MMA Indonesia, Shanti, for making this happen. So we're excited to see a lot of familiar faces in this room. So as the title suggests, talking about marketing growth, today, the marketing landscape is clearly changing very rapidly. Not long time ago, the pinnacle of marketing maybe can be defined how good your TV commercial is, right? Back then, the issue about marketing is about sheer volume. How many people watch our advertising, what's the impression, and so on. But nowadays, I think that quite changes, where we focus on the intent and direct action. That we cannot just stop to create awareness, but we also need to bring people to complete the sale, whether that's going to online purchase, whether that is actually going to a physical store, or at least sign up for a certain services. So this requires a much deeper understanding about customer behavior, using a data to personalize campaign and creating content that is not just viral, but also something to be acted upon. So I think that's why we are here. So if we look at some of the phenomena that happens recently in Indonesia, one thing to come onto my mind is paddle. Not that long time ago, not that many people play paddle, but nowadays it's so difficult to get paddle court, right? And then even despite that, we keep seeing paddle flourishing like mushroom. So clearly it's a lifestyle movement. Then the brand that can successfully capitalize on this trend, I believe, will be able to capture this by hosting community events, workshop, and align with the movement. But another interesting part about their lifestyle, right? It's not just changing lifestyle directed to sport, but my swimming coach happened to be one of the sales executive for alcoholic beverages. And then I was told, interestingly, that the first half of this year, alcoholic beverage in Indonesia consumption went down significantly. And why? Because paddle court opens till 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's defining the new nightlife lifestyle in Jakarta especially. So isn't that interesting? So I like to cite maybe two case study, right, on the brand success factor. The first one is a company that recently went public very successfully, Fore Coffee. I'm sure many of you are familiar with that. So a local brand doing successfully, but one thing that they are doing well is the fact that they are not just selling coffee, but they also become the central pillar of modern Indonesian coffee culture. Their success is, I think, is one example of the world-class marketing strategy where they blend operational excellence, but also with the innovative product. I think their collaboration with one of the perfume is a good example how they introduce a unique aromatic beverage consumption, right? So that's one example. The other example that I can think of is actually the hyper-localization that Shopee is doing. So if you look at Shopee campaign across Indonesia, then you find different regionalized content as well as KOL to support their campaign across Indonesia. So clearly Shopee is also making a lot of way, So these are just example of many successful brand campaign, and that behind that is clearly a superb marketing strategy. I believe that's why we are here together to exchange ideas, to share our best practices, to basically come up with how we can utilize marketing, again, as mentioned earlier, not just as a cost center or support, but clearly it's going to be the pinnacle and center of the growth, especially given a very tough market situation that we are facing now. So enjoy the day, and I hope that today we all will get a fruitful experience, learning, and then sharing together. Thank you very much.